It's incredible. It's impossible, but it's true. A man can talk to the animals. It's a miracle. In a year from now, I guarantee, I'll be the marvel of the mammals, playing chess with camels.
I was always fascinated with Dr. Doolittle. I think the movie came out in '67, and then I immediately went to the library and checked out all the books and read them all, and just was fascinated by it. And that Christmas, the year of 1967, I got this Push Me Pull You for Christmas. And he originally did talk, but I don't think he does anymore. I think that's all he says. But he, had a British accent, and I don't know, is it he or they? And I've just always been fascinated by his story. And so when we were looking for a musical, I was actually visiting my mother, and we were watching the old film of Dr. Doolittle, and I thought, I wonder if this has ever been done on stage. And lo and behold, it had been. It was done in the West End to wild acclaim in London, and then toured the United States here with Tommy Tune as Dr. Doolittle. But it never made it to Broadway. And, I read some of the reviews and things, and I think a lot of the reason it didn't is because it was too big a production. It was full of all kinds of puppetry and trying to make things realistic. That a film can do even in 1967, and that the stage play can't. But the script is charming, and there's additional music, and it's really, really a lovely piece. Hugh Lofting wrote these books, The Adventures of Dr. Doolittle, and the first one is the first act of the story. His parrot, Polynesia, taught him how to speak all the different languages, so he learned to talk to the animals, and he decided he was going to go in search of the mythical giant pink sea snail that he didn't believe was a myth. The music is by Leslie Bricusse, who is mostly known for writing lyrics for Anthony Newley. I think he wrote the lyrics for Moon River that Mancini wrote. He's of that era. And his most recent project was music for Victor Victoria. He's British, but a lot of his work's been done on Broadway. And he wrote the original music for the film. And so he took the music from the film, for the Rex Harrison film. He took that music and then wrote even more music for the show. It was actually a big success. The film in 1967, Rex Harrison played Dr. Doolittle, and it was just a huge box office success. But then it sort of disappeared, I guess. I think it was around, the number Talk to the Animals, I remember as I was growing up, was always a big number for choirs to do and things like that. But it sort of faded away. As we started working on this, I thought this is really a timely piece because it's, it's about equality. The animals should be equal to us. It's about, in a sense, climate change, because the animals are in certain dire states and he wants to protect the animals and save the animals. So there's a sort of an environmental message. At one point, there's a number in it called The Vegetarian, because Doolittle, after he becomes an animal doctor, he doesn't want to call himself a veterinarian, but an animal doctor. He becomes a vegetarian because it upsets the animals for him to be eating pork. Of course, this number is all done while the animals, including Gub Gub the pig, are eating pork sausage. But he's not allowed to eat it. And so throughout there's this sort of message about being kind to animals, being careful for animals, and caring for animals. And I think that always spoke to me as a child, and still speaks to me. Great cast, a lot of new people this year. In fact, two of our four leads are new to Eden Prairie Players. Matthew England, who I worked with at our River Valley Theatre Company on I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. I asked him to come and audition. He's doing a great job as Matthew here. Oh, Megan as Emma is doing a wonderful job. She's a new, hopefully long-lasting talent here. And then Mike Martin, who was in last year's Carnival as one of the roustabouts, is playing Dr. Doolittle, and Beth Tangeman, this is her first summer musical with us, but she's of course done a lot of stuff with the Eden Prairie Players. It's playing Polynesia. We're here at Starring Lake Amphitheater. All performances are free, but of course we will ask you and accept every kind of contribution you can do, because musicals are expensive. And even though we are a function of the city, that's not enough money, and we need everybody's help for donations. But it opens on Friday, June 13th. Don't let that scare you. Then Saturday, June 14th, Sunday, June 15th, and then the following weekend, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And all performances are at 7 o'clock. Come early, bring a picnic. It normally, the center section of the theater normally fills up starting around 5:30. Yeah, and if there is inclement weather, we don't do substitute performances. Since the performances are free, we just hope you'll come back the next night when it's not raining. So.
I can walk with the animals, talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals. And they can squeak and squawk and speak and talk to me.